What's up guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to do the Eclipse, and this is what it looks like. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is my favourite freestyle trick. I've mastered this trick, I always do my... However, it was very awkward and dangerous from the beginning. But I'll make sure to give you guys some tips that will make it easier for you to learn and then master afterward as well. So pay full attention till the end and hopefully you will take something from my experience. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. Alright guys, so if you can do the clipper, it will be 10 times easier for you to learn. If you cannot do the clipper, it is fine. You can still learn it, but it will take you more time, okay? So, because the clipper is here, right? The same thing, but our leg goes in front. So, there. Alright guys, so we need to understand, we're going to be cushioning the ball on this side of our foot, so inside of our foot, okay? So your ankle might not be flexible from the beginning, your toes may point down like this, however it will be flexible over time, so it's fine. What I want you to do guys is put your foot on the floor, like this, okay? And then jump over, alright? So you're not going to go around, you have to jump over this gap. So here, right? So what I want you to do is find an edge of something. There's no edge here, okay? I'm gonna use the ball instead. So I want you to put your foot on the ball, all right? But maybe learn it from something that's still, because I've mastered this trick. Okay, otherwise you're gonna fall over the ball, right? And then jump over. So maybe this way. So that way. All right, guys. So step 2. It's actually doing the same thing, right? But lifting our leg in the air and then jumping over. This jump is hard actually. It was very hard from the beginning. So what I would say is, my tip for this one is, so forget about your foot. Imagine you got no foot. You need to actually jump over this, alright? Forget about this part of your foot. Try and jump over, let's say, between your calves and your ankle. So here, alright, so watch. Keep this leg still in the air. You can't do that, okay? Keep this leg still. Now watch. From this angle. So there. There you go. Alright? Alright guys, so before we move on to step 3, I want you to do this exercise for me so you can learn this one before you actually go for the actual trick, okay? So what I want you to do, the first step we did, okay, which was this one, alright? And going over, I want you to do that for me about 10 times, but I'll be doing it only 3 to 5 times, okay? But I want you to do it 10 times. Pause the video and do 10 times. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What this gives you guys is, it gives you an idea that your foot has to stay still, right? Now we're going to be doing the same thing, but with step 2, which was in the air. So let's go. 1, 2, 6. I want you to do as much as you want, but I want you to master it, okay? That was a quick exercise and tip for you. Alright guys, so step number 3 would be actually being able to stall the ball on this inside of our foot, so here, okay? That's where you need to bend this knee down, okay? You bend this knee down a bit, alright? Get your leg across, so get your leg across your knee, this side of your foot, and then try and stall the ball for 5 seconds, okay? It's very hard from the beginning. I even find it hard after many years, okay? So if you can even stall it for a few seconds, it's still fine. Right? That's where you need the ball, even if that's for 1 second. Because you need to do the trick fast. Step number 4 is actually being able to do the same thing but jumping over the foot. So we're going to be putting number 3 and 2. So step 2 and 3 together for number 4, which is stalling the ball and then jump. This is the most dangerous part, okay? If you need the edge of something, like let's say a wall or something, to do it, you can do that as well. Like that. Okay, reverse, but how do you jump over it? That's the hardest part. I'll tell you how. So if you keep this leg staying still at this, let's say this position, you're gonna kick your foot. So what I want you to do, you kind of like make it a swipe motion. So you're gonna swipe down and up. So watch. Like that. So you keep your foot still, but your leg goes down and up. So like that. For you to actually jump over. So your leg goes down and up. Alright? So step number 6 is basically doing the trick, putting all the steps together and just going for it. You know, it will take you time. Don't worry about doing it perfect from the beginning. Even if you can stall it for 1 second, if you can just go over the ball, it's fine. Let's go for it. Let it bounce and then go for it. Alright? If that's easy, alright, you can do it from your hand. So watch. This angle. Alright guys, so the final step is basically going for the trick from juggling or keep you up, and this is what it looks like. Alright, from this angle. There you go. Alright guys, so that's basically the trick. However, stay with me, I will be showing you guys common mistakes that people make, so you're not making them, and avoid them, and some tips on how you can actually improve and master it in the future. So let's go. So common mistake number 1 is actually, which I mentioned in the first step, not jumping over your foot, going around your foot. You cannot go around, you have to jump over. Common mistake number 2, kicking it too high or too low. If you kick it too high, it will be very hard to control. If you kick it too low, you have no time to basically go for the trick. So you have to be about your chest, I would say. Above your hip and between your chest and hip, I would say. Common mistake number 3, which is keeping your foot still. Remember, you see the slap motion, you have to go down and up. Okay, if you keep your foot here and try and jump, you're just gonna kick your leg behind your leg. Okay, so you have to get this down so you can jump over and then back. Tip number 1, try and do the trick with the same foot that you're kicking with. So in this case, I'm right footed, I kick with my right and then try and jump and do the trick with my right foot. Tip number 2 that I wish I knew earlier, which is using something smaller, like a foot bag or something. So in this case, I'm using the lid, the camera lid, because I can do with anything, but I recommend you to do with something smaller so you don't break. This will give you the idea of the trick. Tip number 3, this might be a bit preference, but I was doing it from the slap. It really worked for me from the beginning and it made my Eclipse a lot easier and cleaner. It might be just for me, but you can try it out for yourself. And tip number 4 and final tip is actually doing it as much as you can. Guys, this is really important. When I first learned it, I remember I was doing it every session. It might be hard from the beginning. However, this is not one of those tricks where you can neglect it unless you master it. Once you actually getting it easier, the muscle memory will stay here and it will be a lot easier. You will be doing it without even looking, just like this. I promise you guys. So make sure you incorporate it into different tricks and combos and I'm pretty sure you will master it. Alright guys, so that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. If you do the steps that I gave you, if you avoid the mistakes and the tips to combine them together, I'm pretty sure you will be able to do it with no time. So please drop us a like, comment if it helped you, because that will make me do more videos like this. And let me know what other tutorial you want to see. Subscribe, share it with someone. It might help other people as well. So yeah, see you guys next time. Alright guys, so come on man. Alright guys, so this is bro, focus. What's mistake number 2? I actually forgot. Alright guys, so that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you could take something out of it. You get me? I'm rapping now. What am I saying? Wow.